Vector. What is going on, my ladies and my gentlefish? This is the Croc to bring you an absolutely explosive Wi-Fi battle, second generation Gold Silver Crystal Stadium 2 versus the one and the only What You Doing? Sucker for Jessica. I guess after being featured on GTS, me and Lex Apnea, Sucker for Jessica and a couple other people saw that you could do Stadium 2 Wi-Fi, and that's what we're doing. Now, looking at this team preview, I don't have Electric and Grass moves, so Starmie, Cloyster, and company are going to be incredibly hard to deal with. Coon and Nidoking can take them to an extent, but it is going to be a very difficult battle for me. I'm thinking the Dragonite, looking at his team structure, is going to be a mixed sweeper of sorts. I'm assuming probably Ice Beam, Fire Blast, Thunder, and Dynamic Punch. I would be kind of surprised if it lacked the Body Slam. Looked like it's going to be a mean look. Curse Pass, Umbreon to set up Snorlax. So let's get right at this. He's going to lead with his Celebrity, and I'm going to lead with Phoenix Wright. I have my Spiker, he has his Spinner. This is a very bad matchup for me. There's absolutely no ground that I'm going to gain with this setup. So somehow, someway, I'm going to have to deal with this appropriately. And against my better judgment, I just decide not to spike and I don't explode right away. So that is good on my part because I know he's going to want to either Rapid Spin. I know he's not going to be carrying HP Fire. He's a Starmie. This is second gen, so he's probably just going to go with Special Attack. Forgive the X split right there. I was just trying to fix it because I did stream this battle. And yeah. So basically, you didn't miss too much. I switched into Blissey and whatnot, and Blissey can handle Starmie as long as I don't get frozen because I am the heel beller of the team with a lot of heart. So my country bumpkin is going to be facing Donatello because the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were like the coolest thing back then. So now Donatello is going to be facing a lot of heart. It's just going to play the safe Ice Beam. And now Blissey is going to be dealing with this Cloyster. There's really not too much that I can do to this thing, so I'm just going to switch out here, knowing very well I can go back to Phoenix, and that was actually a misclick. No, it wasn't. He spikes up, I go back to my fortress to threaten to either spike up or rapid spin spikes away. Since I didn't see a ghost from either side, neither one of us are going to be doing any kind of spin blocking. And he's just going to go straight for the special attack, the Surf, and I should have spiked up here, but I set up the Reflect instead. Because my thought process was, bar Explosion, he cannot touch my Coon with Cloyster. So that is pretty much my ideal setup here. I kind of want him to do the following. I want him to either go into Umbreon or Starmie. Starmie obviously having Thunderbolt because the Umbreon is, you will see, exactly what I figured it may be, is going to be some kind of Baton Pass set. I'm assuming Mean Look Pass because bar Hidden Power, Coon is not getting past Starmie, especially when you Mean Look it down in Baton Pass. It becomes a very big obstacle to get over. So I'm just going to go straight away for the Surf instead of revealing my surprise factor, and he just goes straight for the Mean Look, and after that he knows he can easily and safely Baton Pass into whatever that he desires, which does happen to be Starmie. So I'm going to go for another Surf here, not knowing exactly what he wants to do quite yet, but knowing here that he is going to Baton Pass to Starmie to keep my Coon basically from switching out, and obviously that this Starmie came in from that Baton Pass and the Mean Look, knowing that it is going to have the T-Bolt. So now I'm going to be able to take that T-Bolt and reveal my surprise, which is the Mirror Coat, and that is going to do an absolute ton to Celebrity, take it down to 71 HP, knowing very well that I can take another Thunderbolt easily and retaliate back with a Mirror Coat. It is going to be forcing this Starmie out of Dodge County. So Starmie's going to go back to Sucker for Jessica, and next up Kashif is going to be bringing me out Outraged because he was absolutely pissed that I had Mirror Coat. Now, seeing that I had the opportunity to take Starmie down, being that it is a major weakness to my team and can spin away hazards if I ever got them down, I go straight again for the Mirror Coat, knowing very well that I had the opportunity to take down Starmie. Here, I just decided to go for it one more time, just in case. Again, playing super safe at this point. Now, Tubby's going to come out now. Seeing that I am faced with Coon, I don't know if he knows I have Roar. It would prompt him to either Lovely Kiss and then try to set up if he's Drumlax. If he is not Drumlax, then my plan is to use Machamp and use my backup to stop any attempt of setup. And he just did double switches, so that's really awesome. He's going to double switch back to Dragonite. I'm assuming Dragonite can hit Machamp pretty hard. Trying to think of where this first misclick is about to happen here. I'm going to switch here. The lights slowed down. I'm going to switch here. I'm going to go back into Phoenix, which was a big misclick on my part. Luckily, the Dynamic Punch is going to miss Fortress. And now I'm going to scout for the fire move. So it is preferable at this point to go back to my Coon. Again, knowing that I have the Mirror Coat, I don't think he's going to want to try to Thunder me, but if he wants to, I can take one and nearly take out this Dragonite. So he's going to spin and twirl some fire around like Spyro, and probably cooler than Spyro. It's not going to do too much. Suicune being as bulky as it is with both its HP and its defenses, he's going to go for the Thunder, and that is going to do quite a bit of damage, knock me down to 99, and I'm going to Mirror Coat that and bring him down to 33 HP and 57 after leftovers. Now, figuring I really don't want to take another Thunder, I could have gone into Tender Lender at this point, resisting the Thunder, but my switch is almost too obvious, and he knows I have a Blissey, and he knows I have something else that would be hit pretty decently by Dynamic Punch. So, figuring the Dynamic Punch is coming, I decide to actually sack Fortress, because Fortress is not going to be getting hazards down and whatnot. Luckily, his Thunder is going to miss. I was originally going to go into Blissey, but I can't really do anything bar Ice Beam, and I'm kind of afraid of what he can do back, especially if he's got Dynamic Punch. So here I make my double switch into Blissey and Fire Blast as opposed to Dynamic Punch if he is carrying it. Now I can easily go for the Ice Beam here. My thought process is to do as much damage to whatever he wants to switch in, which is going to end up being his Umbreon here. I just go straight for the Ice Beam, don't play any games, in case this is a resting Dragonite of some sort. Being how offensive I've already seen it to be, I've seen all but one move. I've seen all but one move, and looking at it having Fire Blast and Thunder and Dynamic Punch, it could easily be a Rest Miracle Berry, or it could be something else. So I'm going to switch out here into Objection. Objection is going to be putting the Gavel down in Umbreon's face with a Cross Chop. Now, thinking of his team, and we battled quite a few times, but we kept disconnecting. But luckily, we got everything right this time. Now, looking at the team structure, Cross Chop hits pretty much bar everything on his team really hard. So I'm just going to decide to go straight for it. As he switches into Celebrity, thinking I'm going to go for Cross Chop, but I do indeed go for the Earthquake, predicting the Starmie. And there it goes. First score on the board, and it brings us to a 5-6 situation, and Outraged is going to come in. Now, I guess, seeing that it doesn't have Hidden Power Flying, I feel kind of safe going for the Rock Slide here, as Dynamic Punch is going to miss. So Rock Slide, going to get a useless crit here and take it down the Dragonite. So that brings us to a 4-0 game so far. A 4-6 game, I'm sorry, I can't count tonight. So, in comes Flaccid, which is going to be the Steelix. Now, knowing that I have the Fire Blast, and most of my Machamps do carry Fire Blast, its coverage is just too good. You could see that I'll easily two-shot Steelix, and seeing that he had spikes, it is going to be a Roar variant Steelix. Now, here, my thought process is, if I rest, he'll explode. He'll explode, predicting my rest. So, I'm going to switch, thinking that he's going to want to explode, but he outplays me and switches anyway, and I get a free rest off. So now in comes this Lax. I'm knowing I'm going to be seeing what kind of Lax it is on this turn, and Luckily, since I am going to see what type of lax I'm dealing with, I'm going to first go into Machamp, stick with my original plan, go to Machamp. If Machamp can't do it, haze him down and fight him directly. And I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to go straight for the cross chop, and luckily I am going to get the critical hit, so Snorlax is going to go down. It is a 2-shot without a crit. Probably might be a 2 even with a curse. And that crit did matter, unfortunately, for my opponent, but, you know, I guess no one complains about hacks, I guess. So, gonna Fire Blast, take him down to 22, knowing that he's gonna want to explode on something, and he chooses it to be my Machamp as opposed to my Coon, which I'm perfectly okay with. I really didn't want it to be Coon because I do have the Heal Belly Blissey, and I can easily bring Coon back whenever, so... I swear, in the trials with Blissey, it's almost like I want to run the Ice Beam Thunderbolt variant as opposed to the Flamethrower variant, but I just can't make myself do it. So the Phoenix is going to make one more appearance and stay at 59 health. I figure Fortress has pretty much done nothing this whole game. It set up Reflect earlier, which I'm not really sure if it helped or not, but, you know, I guess the main defensive wall did some kind of work. So now we're at a 4-2. And to be honest, I'm actually really scared of this Cloyster, especially if he has Icy Wind and Ice Beam. I know that's kind of strange, but it is kind of cool too. I'm just going to set up the light screen here, and he actually plays a Cloyster kind of like mine with Icy Wind, so props to you for that. He's going to go for the Icy Wind and knock my speed down, which is perfectly cool by me. I'm just going to stay on the offensive and body slam this thing. Be it that Cloyster is kind of slow, but at the same token, I don't know. So, in comes Shadow. I'm thinking it is going to want to Mean Look again. So I'm just going to stay offensive and continue body slamming this thing, continue the onslaught of body slams. And I guess I'm the only one to notice this, but if you look right here in that window, Umbreon has a white ring and a white curled tail as opposed to its normal colors. I just thought that was kind of a neat Easter egg, I guess. Get back to the battle. Darien here. I'm going to take a Psychic really, really nicely. I was really surprised to see Psychic on there. And unfortunately, I will get a paralysis there from that body slam. And it's like this. If Cloyster has Rest, I have no electrical moves and my Machamp is dead. So technically, an Icy Wind, Surf type of Cloyster, even though I've already seen Spikes, could technically wreck my entire team, so I'm kind of scared of that, but I am going to get another para, this time on Cloyster, and Donatello is going to be pretty much forced to play my type of game. I'm kind of wondering if I want to Icy Wind or if I want to Body Slam and switch out on a turn that he's going to be paralyzed. I do have Morning Sun on Nidoking. I'm kind of thinking I could just continually go over and over between the Morning Sun, but I actually, unfortunately, I think I overestimated the special defensive prowess of Nidoking, because it's really not very high. It's actually really kind of low. So, Body Slam again takes it down to 187. Going to continue to go with the Icy Wind, easily taking my Dragonite down to 17 without the light screen up, and that is most definitely going to KO Darien at this point. Just going to go for one more Body Slam, and Darien is going to go down to the Icy Wind, so that is the end of Darien Crescent, after, you know, he killed Romain Latus and tried to smuggle aboard Borginian Cocoon and make the innocent Machu Tavaye take the fall for his actions. Now then, now that he has committed his crime and done his time and probably got executed from Borginia, I'm going to bring in Tender Lender, because now I want to offer this Cloyster a loan, and if he doesn't pay back the loan, well, we're just going to have to kill him. So I'm going to go for the Earthquake here. Just going to bring him down to 99, and I am going to get the full paralysis on this thing. Kind of nice for me. Two-shotting me with Surf. Just going to go for the Flamethrower. I want to see if it's a different bit of damage, and it is. And Surf is going to bring me down kind of low. Down to 105, down blue though, actually. And Nidoking going to be able to take this Cloyster down with an Earthquake. So down goes Cloyster, and that brings us to what would be a 3-1 situation, and Umbreon is down to 109. I'm kind of thinking if it can rest, it will do it right now after this attack, and quite frankly, I can't do much to it. So I was kind of concerned there, but Psychic going to bring me down to 26, and Shadow remaining at 54. I'm at 48 after leftovers, and Earthquake is going to finish off this Shadow. Couple key points in this game, probably 2 misclicks a player at least. Like I said, not used to the USB controller. I see more people have been checking out Lex Apnea's channel and mine. I meant to say it in the beginning of the video, but thank you, subscribers that came from Sucker for Jessica and or Pokey Aim MD, or wherever you came from. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the computer room of second generation Wi-Fi battles. Thank you guys for getting me as far as I have, and thank you, Sucker for Jessica. This was an amazing game. You are a great player. And yeah, I hope to battle you again. And I was like stoked to narrate this at 11:27 p.m. because that's what we do. Until next time, guys, you know the drill. Rate, comment, sub, like, thumbs up, objection, and find the computer room. And later.